Okay, back with another update. Here is what I have got so far as the control console. It's got that screen that I was talking about before. I've got these two pieces and this from the cockpit photo etch set from the Hawk. And I think those work very nicely. I just turned the Hawk, this piece upside down here, and made that into like a little under console there. I've got 3 pieces of photo etch here that are actually from the Metal Earth R2-D2 set. Those are little like extra pieces that they included for in case pieces got lost. I've got a couple of vent screens here for like hot air vents, since this is a Hoth based vehicle. I've got this little lever here, which I'm quite pleased with. That just some styrene that I sanded into a curve and then used my saw to kind of put a nice notch in the middle. And the actual stick for the lever is a gun barrel for a World War II machine gun of some sort. I'm not familiar with any that have this big, sphere at the end like that. It may be some sort of sound suppressor, I'm not sure. But that works as a nice handle with a big round grip on it, and the little barrel tip at the top looks kind of like a button. I'm kind of picturing this being the lever that the pilot would use to raise and lower the canopy. So then I've got these other 2 pieces on the sides of the screen here that basically make it look like they're sliders, like they would move up and down. So those might be like focusing and zooming for the radar screen in the middle. So yeah, I'm very happy with how that's coming along. So that's going to take some more detail work. I'm trying to make it to where it's not too cluttered, but has enough detail that it sells as Star Wars, because if you look at any of the control consoles in Star Wars, they're just covered in buttons and things. But there's also the distinctive features of like the pinstriping that sections out areas and stuff like that. So I need to keep that in mind to be able to add that part of it as well. I've started on the hinging mechanism for the front canopy. So I've got one of the hinges attached to the back, the other hinge attached to the canopy itself, or the front hood perhaps. The canopy is going to be the top part with the dome bubble, but then I can use some screws to attach those 2 hinges together. Then I believe that should give me the clearance I need between them to be able to have this kind of hinge up and then back. I'll have to see if that actually works, because so far that actually I'm not sure if that's actually going to work. The one on the hood here may have to come down more for it to actually fit, because that's not looking like it's going to fit quite right. Looks like this piece here just came loose as well, so I'll have to tack that back down with some glue. That's not a big deal. Had to run to the store yesterday and get some more glue because I was almost out. I don't know if this stuff is available internationally or not, but this is what I prefer using, this Plastruct plastic weld, because it's actually usable as a solvent cement. It works for styrene, ABS, butyrate, whatever that is, and acrylic. So it's kind of like the plastic magic cement that seems to be sort of tricky to find. Well, this does all of that and more, and it will just bond those things to themselves and each other, so I can cement ABS to styrene if I need to. This seems to work on pretty much anything. So it's a good glue and works very well for me. Yeah, that's what I have thus far. It's taken me a decent amount of time just kind of working through the options there. Oh, I've also got, for the front hood, a couple of pieces cut out for that front grill. And both of these have some slats missing in here, so it gives it a little bit of a battle damaged look. I might set this behind the main casing here. But what this is actually part of the support structure for a 3D print from the FDM printer. It's this stuff. I like to hold on to these large pieces like this because it's a cool texture and it's potentially useful for other things like this. I've also got some of the structure from my new resin printer, some of the support trees that had come out on a couple of things I had printed, because they make nice structural bits that I can glue into place. And so it's not like I'm holding on to all of it, but there are some pieces that have nice shapes that I hold on to. Same thing with sprue. Cut off the parts and look at the shapes of the sprue left over, and some of that I'll hold on to. I'm working on doing another lever base for the control console. That'll probably have 2 levers on it, a couple different sizes. And then what I'm probably going to do for the lighting is to put just white lights behind all of it, and then I've got some colored fiber optics I can put into individual pinholes, and then I can put some what is it, the like the Canopy glue stuff over the holes to make little glass windows for some of these slightly larger ones. And then if I want them colored, I can just paint the back with some clear Tamiya paint. So that way I'm not having to worry about colored bulbs, because then a whole section would have to be that color. This way, if I just do white, I can color the individual bits that I want. The radar screen itself will have a googly eye behind it. I found I had a googly eye that's actually the exact same size as the hole there. So the lens from that will be in the opening, and that'll make it for a nice convex dome shape for the glass, which is what it normally should look for that kind of a thing. And I am quite happy with how this is coming along. That's it for this one.